Good morning, my dear friend. How are you today? It is so wonderful to look at our surrounding and enjoy the crispy nature of the fall mornings, which is a little chill at the same time, bring the warmth and light of God's creation into our hearts. In 6th century, when people really lost their hope in political leadership, the Christian world faced a lot of challenges too. Political leadership is not much better or greater today. We all have our own skepticism and criticism on political leadership all over the world. No doubt about that. There could never be a perfect kingdom except God's kingdom. We all know that. So, Saint Benedict in the 6th century, Benedict of Nursia, brought some rules to live as a community. Of course, every community you create artificially, not of human biological family, but of monks living together. There will be certainly a lot of problems like fighting, resentment, talking ill of others. All these are part of individuals living together, no doubt about that. So, when Saint Benedict addresses to these things through his rules of Saint Benedict, it has many rules, but today I want to focus on only two things: silence and humility. Why does Benedict propose a silence to his community members? Because silence brings less arguments. You don't need to be constantly talking back to people. You can be silent. And he says, sometimes you totally bite your tongue back and don't say anything. How does that sound? Does that not make sense to our even family life? Sometimes it is much better to be quiet and saying nothing than arguing again and again, giving back and blowing out our conversations, getting into nowhere except a big fight. So, why does he emphasize on silence? Silence is not just about keeping quiet, but quietening our mind and heart that leads us to inner peace. Inner wisdom develops as you grow stronger in your inner life. That is only possible when we are quietening our mind and be with God and ourselves in a silent mode. Today it would amount to tossing our phones away, coming out of our social media and quietening our mind so that we are totally available to the voice of God. That is about silence. Humility. Today's world teaches us that don't compromise anything. Go all the way to get what you need to get. That is the rule of the day. But humility is not about that. It is about being patient and loving toward one another. We are all imperfect. None of us can claim we are so virtuous in all our qualities. So, we all need to work peacefully, to work together without much of resentment and complaining about one another. Is patience, isn't it? But we acknowledge that we are imperfect and ask others to be patient with us too, even in our daily family transactions, we can say this always. As Jesus would want it, have patience with me. I repeat it. As Jesus would want it, have patience with me. If you can say this line to your family members, in your workplace, to everyone, that would bring a lot of peaceful working environment when we go to work and even in our daily family transactions. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.